Yes. It's time for another fine edition of the MACW Meltdown podcast with yours truly hosting Peter Van. Ways to get a hold of me as usual. Well, maybe not as usual. MACWMeltdown at gmail.com. Or, find me on Twitter, Peter Van Show. What a bunch of show we have to go over this evening. Of course, my guest tonight coming on later on the show, Lethal Injection, Brian Mercury, Brad Mercury. Great interview with them, guys. I always like talking to them to begin with, and this one didn't disappoint, I promise. But first, let's talk about Chistmas Chaos. Let's talk about the evening of so many stars that was Chistmas Chaos. We had our Hall of Fame ceremony, had the award ceremony. Let me start off by saying that I want to give a huge, and I mean huge, apologies to two people, first and foremost. That's Aria Alexander and Dirty Little Dave. I was, okay, well, let me do it that way, because I'm trying to be as honest and forward and upfront as possible. I put together two previews, if you will, of the award ceremony and the Hall of Fame ceremony. Let me play those for you, and let me explain to Aria and Dirty Little Dave what had happened. So first, let's hit the highlights from the MACW award ceremony. I'll get that out of the way, and then we'll move forward with the show.
MACW Tag Team of the Year is the Mercury Brothers Lethal Injection. I don't care if it's the LA Hustlers, it's Beer 30, it's the OMGs. You guys got something that belongs to us, and we're going to get it back. I think 2018 come back bigger, better, and stronger than ever. Next up, we've had some fantastic matches. Match of the year. This match was for the Diamond State title at Bay High School, and it was two of the best athletes we have. Johnny Premier against Norman McLeod. Next up, the Michael Elliott Referee of the Year, Tommy Lauderdale.
Well, first off, I want to thank Craig for giving me the opportunity, and then for the fans that voted. I appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Tommy. Keep up the good work. The next award, Announcer of the Year, 2017.
Let me just take your breath. I know I got this.
What?
You and I both know my name is on that thing. So I'm just gonna let you stop there, and we'll just give it to me.
You've been doing a fine job, but the people have spoken, and the recipient of the Announcer of the Year is none other than Eric Bricamano. Congratulations, man.
It's a great honor for me, and that's something I take very seriously. I'd love to do it for years and years to come. I hope I can do the same thing right here for everybody. And thank you all. I greatly appreciate it.
The next one is for Rookie of the Year. He pulls off the unthinkable. He picks up wins when you don't think he's going to pick up a win. He's our Rookie of the Year. Give it up for Matthew McNamara.
I just want to take a moment right now. I just want to thank absolutely nobody. It was all because of me.
Now this next trophy is for MACW Wrestler of the Year, Action Jackson.
Thank y'all so much. Thank you. I had no idea. Because when I say action, you say Jackson.
We've got a bright future at MACW.
That is a very nicely produced piece by yours truly. I'll take all the credit I can. I know it's very smug and pompous of me, but when have you ever known me to be humble? Anyway, I failed to mention Aria Alexander and Dirty Little Dave in that only for the sheer fact that their speeches were absolutely not horrible in content, but horrible in sound. I'm sure you've all been to the shows and you know there's a couple spots where people, hit in the ring that the microphones cut out and their speeches didn't exactly sound great. And when I was making that little vignette that I made, I was writing names down as they were speaking and as they were giving them, and I accidentally forgot to write down Aria and Dave. So Aria, Dave, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to take nothing away from you. Just know it was a truly honest mistake. Aria, I love you, girl, and I respect the hell out of you. And Dave, 40 plus years in the business, I gotta give my hats off to you. You are definitely a class act. Well, not many people would agree, but in my book, in the Peter Van book, you are a class act. And so I just wanted to apologize to them and congratulate them on their respective awards. I want to congratulate everybody on their respective awards. What a fantastic night. If you missed Chistmas Chaos, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm sorry you didn't get to go. I really wish you had, although there really wasn't much room to sit people because it was a jam-packed house, Chistmas Chaos at the MACW Arena. Moving on, we actually kicked things off with the Hall of Fame, and this is what went down at the Hall of Fame. We inducted Eddie Valiant and Johnny Valiant. Eddie Valiant was the detective in Roger Rabbit. Oh my gosh, it's been a long day. I'll get to that later. Here it is. The MACW Hall of Fame highlights.
The class of 2017 Hall of Fame, handsome Jimmy Valiant in the MACW Hall of Fame. This is the first non-wrestler to go into the Hall of Fame. Paying his dues still yet, sweeping the floors and getting things ready to go. He's the best referee I've ever had in the ring with me. Dave Jackson. When we talk about people that inspire us to do this, and one person that will never know how much he means to me, Ronnie Sifford is the next inductee into the 2017 MACW Hall of Fame class.
We couldn't do it without all you people. Still the big man for the pit. Back up and get along.
This next inductee, but he's one of the best there ever was. And there'll never be anybody as good as him in my eyes. He's been known as J.R. Alzado, but I know him as Jerry Hall. Come on up here.
This whole thing is kind of a surprise. It's an honor to be recognized. I was 270 pounds of twisted steel, sex appeal, the men's frat, the women's flat, baby. I poured it on, and I enjoyed it. I just wish I could redo it again, but and again, thank everyone for coming out tonight. It's been an honor.
We have one more member of the 2017 Hall of Fame class. He's been called Bear, and he's been called William, but I know him as Bruiser Thompson.
I want to appreciate every last one of y'all right here and them guys in the back there working their tail off.
Thank you to every one of y'all, the 2017 MACW Mid-American Championship Wrestling Hall of Fame.
And a very well-deserving class it was, by the way. I know I don't say things like this very often. It's not what's expected of me. I put myself to a different standard, but very humbling meeting those gentlemen that evening. And like I said, just very well deserved on all parts. And, all of them couldn't have been nicer. I got to give a special shout out to a guy who I take what I do in this business very seriously. A lot of you know I was a fan first. A lot of you out there saw my face right next to you in the seats before I got my job as, in my opinion, one of the best color commentator / announcers in our business. Yeah, no humility whatsoever. None. I should have won that award. I'm just saying, Eric, you and me, buddy. I know it was me and you who went toe-to-toe on that. But notwithstanding, I put together that Hall of Fame clip, and Craig's father, Dwayne, got to give him a shout out for the compliments on the job I'm doing so far here at MACW. But just very humbling, especially coming from a man who, is of the legendary status and the Hall of Fame status that he is, and for him to give a compliment to what he sees out of a guy like me, it definitely went a long way. It meant a lot. It really, truly, honestly did. Now that the crap is out of the way, let's get down to brass tacks, shall we? Chistmas Chaos. The card was awesome. What an incredible event, as always. We were supposed to see Lethal Injection versus Spirit 30 versus the OMGs. Well, the card kind of got a little switched up. We ended up seeing Damone Salvino versus Briar Mercury. I'm going to let Brad explain here what went down.
I'm not really dressed to compete because I had some meetings with my doctors, and I've still got that concussion. They say I can't wrestle. They say I have to take 2 months. So until then, Briar's just going to be doing his thing solo.
So, Damone Salvino went on to fight Briar Mercury. What a match that was. It's hard to talk about this because I don't want to give no spoilers away for Briar for our interview. But Damone Salvino came out on top. Briar definitely working on some things and obviously working out the logistics of being a singles competitor once again. Matt McNamara took on Johnny Premier for the Diamond State Championship. Matthew McNamara, with a little assist, we shall say, from Derek King, defeated Johnny Premier to not only become Rookie of the Year on top of the MACW top prospect and his multiple accolades from his athletic career, now adds the Diamond State Championship to his resume. Congratulations, Matthew McNamara. Dirty Little Dave and Holly, the DLG with Slam out there, took on Craig and Ari Alexander. A lot of great back and forth in that match, but him and Ari Alexander took the win 1-2-3 over the Dirty Little Gang. We saw Norman McIntyre versus Max Stone. This stemmed from the interruption from the fabulous celebration that I threw for my friend. Norman wanted a little bit of retribution. He definitely had his hands full. Max Stone was a game competitor. I haven't seen Norman have that much trouble with a single opponent in a very, very long time. But Norman McIntyre proving why he wants to hold on to that title and be the dominant champ and show that the Russian era has begun here in MACW. And he took the W over Max Stone. Then we had the Dirty Santa Battle Royal. On a bit of a side note, and maybe a little bias on my part, I was really hoping Carter Matthews was going to win and draw the fired present. But we saw a lot of incredible action in that match, including the debut of the mountainous-sized man that is Hightower, Big Country Hightower. Holy smokes. If you did not see him in person, it is unbelievable. And my boy, I'm not even going to, I'm going to let Casanova in his own words tell you what happened to Mr. Hightower and whatever exceptions he also has. Here's a few words from the one, the only, Casanova.
Hey ladies and fanboys, it's your boy Casanova here. I have a problem. I feel like I'm overlooked at MACW. It doesn't matter how athletically gifted I am, or how good looking I am, or even if I did eliminate a 7'2" Yeti at the Chistmas Battle Royal. But in 2018, ladies, it's going to be my year, and I'm going to take you home. So you dummies out there, you better cling on to your ladies. And for the rest of the MACW crew, you better cling on to those titles, because either way, Casanova will end up on top.
Very nicely put, Mr. Casanova. He eliminated single-handedly. It's on Casanova I Do Me Facebook. The video footage is there. Casanova single-handedly eliminated the biggest guy in the Battle Royal. I'm telling you, it's going to be his year. Look out. But, unfortunately, he was not the winner of the Battle Royal. The best of the best, the human highlight reel, Mr. Austin Lane won the Christmas Chaos Battle Royal. Coming in a not-so-distant second was Key Damn Awesome. Well, things didn't work out so well for King. Him and Austin Lane went toe-to-toe. Well, let's give the rundown from Eric Francamona.
It's down to Austin Lane and Key Awesome. Austin Lane doing a very sportsmanlike thing, giving Key Awesome the opportunity to just I would take it, Key. I would get out. Key Awesome has eliminated himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Battle Royal, Austin Lane.
So, Austin Lane took the victory on that. He was trying to do the very Christmas-like thing, gave Key Awesome an opportunity to pick his present. Austin Lane gets himself Diamond State Championship shot. Key Awesome got himself fired. It's all Austin Lane's fault. If I was Key, I'd come back and whoop Austin Lane's ass and say, I don't know, Key Awesome has a good argument ahead of him if he wants to pursue it, but I think he's probably just going to leave well enough alone for a while and stay fired. I'm sure he'll be back. In the words of the great Craig Stone, he'll be back, buddy. So yeah, Austin Lane gets his Diamond State Championship opportunity. Now that Matthew McNamara has invoked or made sure that Johnny Premier is not going to invoke his rematch clause for a little while. So that's going to be an interesting match to see in the upcoming future. LA Hustlers took on Beer 30 versus the OMGs for the Tag Team Championship. Holy smokes. They needed to reinforce the building on this one because it turned into quite a battle. However, OMGs came out on top yet again, retained their championship titles, took the pin, 1, 2, 3. End of story. That's all she wrote. That was Christmas Chaos. Like I said, it was a very good show. I'm going to need you all to join us January 13th. I cannot reveal fully. Just know that I've done some investigative reporting and have done some digging. May have overheard a conversation or two and may have confronted a person or two. Well, mostly one. Know this much. January 13th, MACW Arena, 5355 Highway 1, right behind TPI Automotive. Be there Saturday night, 8 o'clock bell time. Doors open 7:30, probably 7 if it's cold enough. Just know that my intel tells me that the women's division is in for a huge surprise. And it's nothing like you think. You know, I know what you're sitting there thinking to yourself right now. Oh, it's probably going to be something with Aria Alexander. Well, you're half right. It is going to involve Aria Alexander, our MACW Women's Champion and Female Wrestler of the Year. Let's just say one Craig Stone might have been doing a little scouting, and he might have found some very game competition for Aria Alexander this weekend. That's all I'm saying. That we'll have to see what goes on, but for my little investigative field journalism, I may have stumbled upon something that I shouldn't have stumbled upon. I'm going to just leave it at that, and you guys can all make your assumptions however you want. We're going to take a break right now. On that note, when we come back, the one, the only Lethal Injection. It's the MACW Meltdown. Do you have a local business or website that you want advertised here on MACW Meltdown? Rates are very reasonable and is heard by hundreds of people on one of the largest social media platforms worldwide. Email me, thepetervanshow@gmail.com, to get in on the action of this groundbreaking podcast.
Want to contact the show? Email us at macwmeltdown@gmail.com.
That music can only mean one thing. My boys in the house, Lethal Injection. What's going on, fellas?
Hey, man, what's up?
What's up, Pete?
Oh, not a lot, man. Not a lot. Finally, you're here.
We're here.
You and I, Brad, have been talking about doing this for how long?
Long time. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I was the first one that contacted you about this podcast. But we're your second guest. What's up with that, Peter?
Well, I mean, the first edition of the MACW thing, you got to have the owner and the champ. I mean, you can't overlook them guys.
You can't overlook Lethal Injection either, Peter. Come on now.
Oh.
We've been holding the fort down for 3 years.
But you're number 2.
Hey.
Look at all the guys who are still holding gold in MACW, and I got you in number 2. Right or wrong?
You're right.
All right, then. By the way, I wanted to kick things off. Congratulations to you and Briar on 3-time Tag Team of the Year.
That's right.
Much appreciated. Thank you, Peter.
Very, very well deserved and very well earned. You guys busted your butts this year. Gone through a lot. Heaven and hell, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it is.
And Briar, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just curious. How's the healing process going, Brad?
It's going, man. I mean, it sucks that I'm out, but I mean, we're going. We're getting there sooner than later, I promise.
That's cool. How long have you guys been tagging?
About almost 4 years, probably.
Yeah, almost.
A little bit under 4.
One of y'all get into business first and then grab the other one on the coattails, or how'd that happen?
Well, I mean, Briar's older than me, so you have to be 18 to wrestle in Arkansas. So he started wrestling, doing shows here before I could. I started in Tennessee. And then when I started, they put us together there. And then when I started here, we had to think of a story to put us together here. So
Briar you showed him everything.
We started training at the same time.
I kind of figured it was, check this out. I thought you guys were twins. For real. Legit.
No, man. Briar's a year and 11 months older than me.
Wow. See, you learned something new. You learn something new every day on the MACW Mayhem podcast. I really honestly thought you guys were twins. What are you guys' long-term goals in the long run with this deal? Where do you see yourselves?
Man, I see us going all the way. I mean, it's going to take a lot of hard work, but that's nothing. We're not scared of hard work.
Brad or Briar?
Same. It's
cool.
Just keep working at it. Keep getting better. Stay a student of the game.
It's going to be a big year in 2018.
Bigger picture overall, how do you see tag team wrestling? I'm not just talking the confines of MACW. I'm talking everywhere. Where do you guys see it at now? I mean, do you guys think it's getting a big enough spotlight, or you think it's still being overshadowed, or what?
That's a good question.
I mean, there's a lot of good tag teams out there.
But then there's a lot of this not so good tag teams, but you get that. It comes and goes. I think the tag team division right now in the Mid-South is better than it's been in years. Ever since me and Briar first started, it's better than it's been. So I'm excited to get out and lock up with some different tag teams.
Who are you looking forward to? Anybody?
Man, Final Hour, their team, I've kind of kept my eye on a little bit.
Those are good. I've been watching them guys, man. I got outside of MACW, I got to say they're one of my favorites to watch.
Whichever tag team wants to step up, we're here.
I got you. So how many title reigns, long-term goal? When all is said and done, when you guys hanging up the boots, calling it a day?
Man, to me, it's championships, It's not all about winning championships. Yeah, they're cool and they do your thing for you, but people remember your name, not what you've done. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think you guys got that problem ever. I don't think you'll ever have that problem, really, to be honest with you. You talk about the Mid-South Tag Team. Your name is always mentioned in the conversation, you two guys, no matter where you go. So,
man,
who's your dream opponent right now from the Mid-South?
From the Mid-South, my dream opponent. Rock and Roll Express, man. That'd just be so cool.
Same, Rock and Roll.
Both you guys, really?
Yeah. All the history,
man, and just being able to say we got to lock it up with the greatest tag team to ever come out of Memphis, that would just be the coolest thing.
They listen. Maybe who knows? Hit him. Hit me with the promo. Convince him.
Come on, Craig. Book this match.
You guys have come a long way. I remember watching shoes for many years, and I'm like, who are these two green guys? I remember watching. I actually went to a show in Tuckerman, I think it was, or no, it was Hoxie. And I'm like, man,
don't say that.
Who are these hardy wannabes? Now it's like I respect the hell out of you guys. I really, honestly do. It's pretty good. You guys are entertaining to watch.
Much appreciated.
Everybody finds their niche.
You got to start somewhere, though, and that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you guys definitely got it. So what's your timetable for return?
They told me 2 months, but I'm trying to shoot for before then.
I got you. And where do you stand, Briar, as far as him being out? What are your goals? Short-term goals?
Short-term goals? Just keeping our name alive. Don't let them forget Lethal Injection.
Well, that ain't gonna happen.
Maybe even Briar taking out Matthew for the Diamond State title. That'd be something to see.
You know, that's kind of where I was steering that question. I was kind of seeing if that was gonna be in the works, just to kind of see if he was experimenting with himself and see if he had a singles run in him.
Hey, I've got a singles run in me.
Well, there you go. What would old Bradley do, though, if he won a title and Brad was cleared to come back?
Hey, man. Me and Briar, we're a unit. We're brothers. You know, I've known him my whole life. Always got my brother's back, no matter what. No matter what. If he wins that title, I'll be there supporting him. If he don't win that title, I still be supporting him.
Until you throw him through a barbershop window.
Hey, we're not the Rockers now. Come on, we're not the Rockers. Never going to turn my back on Briar.
All right, man. We're going to do all right, before I say anything you guys want to plug real quick? Facebook pages, Twitter, come on, get it out.
Follow me on Instagram. It's at the Brad Mercury. Facebook, I'm on there as it's Brad Mercury. Add me as a friend. We've got a show coming up in January. You didn't know this. I'm wrestling on the 27th of this month, and it's a town in Mississippi. I don't know the name. It's for Pro Wrestling Ego. We're wrestling Donnie Primetime and Eli Shadows. That's going to be a pretty good match, I think. Tonight, Briar's doing his thing in Tuckerman at ASWF. It's going to be cool. 2018 is going to be a big year. You're going to see us in a lot more places.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting. What about you, Briar? You've been quiet over here. You've been too quiet.
That's what I'm like. Cool hand Luke, chill as a cucumber.
Yeah.
You've learned that though. I'm the talkative one. Briar just sits back and does his thing.
I know. I was hoping to break him out of his shell though. This pot. I figured this would be the day. I was hoping. Today would be the day.
Well, I was hoping so too, but I guess not.
His inner gobbledygooker would just come out and boom. Oh my gosh. So you guys heard the podcast, the first one. Yeah. I do my quick count segment.
Quick count.
Was a series of questions, 5 seconds to answer. We're going to switch it up, though, a little bit on this one. How familiar are you all with Match Game?
What's Match Game? I don't know, Pete.
Okay.
You're going to have to explain.
Newlywed Match Game type deal. I asked Briar a question.
You're calling us newlyweds, Pete?
Well, I'm in the spirit of... Come on, Brad. I'm trying to help you understand. Short of busting out paper and Crayolas. We're going to switch it up a little bit. Usually quick count, I was just asking questions. You had 5 seconds to answer. Boom. If you see in front of you, fellas, I have 2 pens and index cards.
Oh.
I'm going to ask each of you 3 questions apiece. And you will write down what you think your brother's going to answer.
Oh.
And we're going to see if you guys match up answers.
Okay.
You dig?
I dig.
All right. First question is for Briar. What is Brad's favorite breakfast cereal?
Breakfast cereal?
Yeah, just write it down. I'm going to put some music behind this.
It better be some Machine Gun Kelly, man. That's a plug for you, MGK. There you go.
Did I read it off?
What's your favorite breakfast cereal, Brad?
Man, Reese's Puffs.
What you got wrote down? There it is. Reese's Puffs for the W. Brad.
Hit me with your best shot, Pete. Come on.
Briar's favorite band.
Oh.
They're laughing. I'll Apparently, this one was an easy softball question. He wrote down. All right, what's your favorite band?
Metallica.
There you go.
Easy as pie, Peter. Come on. Throw me some hard questions out there.
Actually, the next one is for Briar, for you. Okay. Let's see if he keeps count of your relationship status.
Oh, shit.
How many girlfriends has Brad had? He's thinking. I so wish this was visual at times. You had to see the look on his face. It was priceless.
That's kind of a personal question, Pete. What are you doing?
I just want to see how well you know each other as a tag team. He wrote down.
I'd say that number is about right. I think so. We're not going to throw that number out there. We're just going to say he got it right.
4. Hell no. No, this is an expose, buddy. There ain't no. 4. The answer is 4. Is it 4? Oh, no, he's counting.
Yeah, I'd say about 4.
About 4. That's not exactly 4, Brad. All right, Brad. Who's the better driver?
Oh, man.
I'd say I'm the better driver.
Brad would agree with you.
Well, let's just say when I'm running over Johnny Premier's his trash cans, it's not a good thing. I'm not the best driver, so
on purpose?
Total accident.
There's just so many questions I gotta ask. How did this come about to be?
Well, he had his trash can sitting out by his waiting for the trash to come by, and I went over to his house and I just pulled in the driveway and ran him over, flattened him out. My bad, John. Sorry.
Oh my gosh. Briar. Who is Brad's favorite opponent?
Brad's favorite opponent?
Yeah. Brad?
Well, Pete, I've actually got 2, so Briar's one. That's what he wrote down, in case you are wondering. And the other one would probably be Sloppy Slade.
Ooh. The missing Sloppy Slade. We shall not discuss that, though.
We're still coming for you, bro. Don't you think we forgot?
Yeah, Slade. Get your ass back here. Retribution needs to be paid. I asked that, too. Oh, okay. Brad, I'm going to ask the same question.
Oh.
Who's Briar's favorite opponent? Briar?
It'd have to be Brad Mercury. Always fun to get in there and just let me
find out which one of us is really better.
We all know that it's me.
We all know it's me. Hey, I tell you what, when you beat Matthew McNamara for that Diamond State title, why don't we give the MACW fans a little treat of Mercury versus Mercury action?
Hey.
Keep going, fellas. Don't let me stop. I like a good sibling rivalry.
Hey, soft.
And then at the end of that match, we'll stand up, hug, and shake hands because that's what we do.
This doesn't all stem from... What toy was it? You guys were talking about practice. Who broke a toy?
Man, my cousin. I was a kid, man. All I wanted was Too Cool. I got the 3-pack. It came with Brian, Scotty, and Keish. And as soon as I opened them up, my cousin rips Brian's arm off. And I'm like... Held a grudge for about 4 years.
I thought he broke it.
No.
None of you ever broke each other's toys?
Nah.
We had a shape about?
We used to stick our toys in our closet and shut the door and their heads would fly off. That was pretty entertaining to watch.
That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm going to let you both get out of here. I'm going to wrap up the podcast. Thanks for coming by.
Thank you for having us, man. We're about to go do our thing down the road here, and, man, it's been fun. Let's do it again.
Oh, definitely got to do it again. Next time we do it, though, you'll be in the ring, and maybe we'll have a little something around our waist, huh?
We'll see. 3-time Tag Team of the Year, here with Peter Van. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for coming by, as always.
I just groped Peter's leg, in case y'all are wondering. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah, I don't like being touched.
I'm touching him still. I'm still touching him.
All right. When we get back, we're going to wrap up the show. Thanks for checking it out. It's the MACW Mayhem. Do you have a local business or website that you want advertised here on MACW Meltdown? Rates are very reasonable and is heard by hundreds of people on one of the largest social media platforms worldwide. Email me, thepetervanshow@gmail.com, to get in on the action of this groundbreaking podcast.
Want to contact the show? Email us at macwmeltdown@gmail.com.
Oh. Help me get the couch in the back. Would you? You're about a size 14.
It rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
I don't even know why. Well, I do know why. That is the random music generator of the podcast equipment trying to get me into trouble. It's such a good song. Anyway, back on to professional business. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it though. What do we got coming up? Well, you know, January 13th. I want to sit and do Buffalo Bill impressions now for the rest of the show. No, I can't. You're going to see Austin Lane, the LA Hustlers, Beer 30, Damone Salarino, Norman, Matt, DLG, and so much more. Watch the MACW Facebook for match interviews, promos, all about this event and weeks coming, of course. Real quick injury report. Johnny Premier is out, obviously, due to the hands of Derek King and Matthew McNamara with his knee. No timetable for his return. Brad Mercury, obviously out with that concussion. So we wish him a speedy recovery. Yeah, that's going to do it. Remember, come join us 5355 Highway 1, right behind TPI Automotive in Jonesboro. Just past Deductions. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. Big old flashing sign out front says wrestling. Anyway, come join us for the 13th. I am out of here for another week. Thank you very much to the Lethal Injection for coming on the podcast, making it a lot of fun as always. Peace, love, chicken grease. I am out of here for yet another fine episode. I will see all you fine folks on the 13th. Be there or be not there. Anyway, remember, every day above ground is a good day. Bye-bye now.
End of story. That's all she wrote. Go home, kiss the wife and kids, turn out the lights, the party's over.